Don't look under the internet.
Put a little love in it.
Yeah, doctor. Doctor, I got an emergency.
Can we do this whole episode with two of us, like very, very quietly singing that song by Family Force 5?
Seems I'm head over heels. I can't stop loving you.
Do you think copyright will pick that up, or do you think like the words will space it out?
We need a 3.5 minute episode where it's like it starts off very quiet and just crescendos into the song that we're singing.
Mike, we're doing
over
that.
The course of it.
It's called Rapid Fire. We're going to play a song, and you're going to tell us all about a topic in the span of one song.
Just over the singing
Just over
of
the
the
singing of the song.
I think either you or I stroked out. What?
I said we're going to play a song for 3 minutes. It's called not Rapid Fire. I'm thinking of Ender Shikari right now. Either way, we're going to play a song for 3.5 minutes, and you're going to just explain a wildly batshit topic to us that you like in that 3.5 minutes and try to make us understand.
Tequila. Anyway, the government.
Anyway, here's why the
Whoa.
sick
Jesus.
fucking Viking mug you're drinking out of, bud.
Yeah, my friend Cody got me this. It says
Hell yeah.
King of fucking everything on it.
I like that. That's really cool. I'm going to be drinking out of a what are you drinking? What are you thinking? Diluti trademarked glass
You
that
can
we
say
have.
that.
Really should.
Yeah. And you know what else we should do is say,
Welcome.
hello, everyone,
Oh, he stole it
Welcome.
from me again.
to Don't Look Under the Internet.
Beep more.
I am Cleeskax. That is your mon.
Hello. What?
That is Quasbo.
Who wants to be Quasbo?
I'm Quasbo. I
I'm
guess.
actually regretting my choice.
And this is Flumby.
Dating humans.
And we are an internet horror comedy.
And no, those were not patron names. Welcome to the weirdest shit ever.
Oh Jesus.
Welcome to Diluti,
Really
where,
robotic podcast.
where you hear me do that.
Yeah, really robotic podcast.
Yep, that's
You're welcome.
It's
whole
our new
thing.
it's our new venture.
I'm into it though. I really am.
Enough said of really tall
I'm into
podcast.
whatever you guys are into.
Aw. Ooh. Yeah, we're an internet horror comedy. That is Doug. That's Doug.
What's up?
That's Jason.
Hey,
That's Moot.
Does everybody remember their robot names?
what? I already forgot mine.
Quasbo?
Yeah, Quasbo's the only one I can remember.
Doug is Quasbo.
You're
like
who
Yar-
are you?
I think you were
Yarm-
Gleezax or
Gleez-
something.
No,
No, he's
I'm
Gleezax.
I'm Cleestax. That's
Oh,
he's
okay.
Yarsma.
Yarsma. Okay,
Mine
And
starts
you're
with an
cool.
F.
That's
That's
just
Flimby.
that's just my name, but with a
Flumby?
really bad lisp.
Flumbo.
Yathma.
Mike wasn't being a robot. He just suddenly developed a speech impediment.
Yeah,
He literally had a stroke for a second. Are you okay, Mike?
I'm not okay. But you know what
Okay.
else is okay?
You
A good
promise.
old-fashioned round of Diluti.
Clap
Housekeeping.
above your head.
So we have 4 people that I want to shout out this week.
No, fucking
Actually,
They're
3.
Gleezax.
I'm only shouting
Yarsmo.
out.
You're
I'm only
gonna have
shouting
to
out 3 because I can't say one of them.
No, you could say part of their name.
I
just
can say
not
part
the
of the
end
name.
their name.
Yeah, you know what? I'll switch it up. So we have, we're gonna play that fun game of fun name, dumb name. We decide.
I wonder how long
We
this
judge.
is actually going to stick around.
We have Tori Blocker.
I
Sounds
totally,
like your real name. Bad.
Almost positive you said that one last week,
Yeah.
but
that's Tori from Texas
Oh.
who sent us.
Oh,
who
you're
bought
right.
a
Oopsie poopsie.
shirt.
I mean, fuck you, Tori. It's not that. It's Invariant Overlord.
Ovarian Overlord.
Invariant
greetings.
Overlord.
Oh.
Greetings, Invariant Overlord.
Beep borp.
Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome to the show. Beep.
It's not bad.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's better.
I
than
got nothing
your
bad
to say
name,
about it.
So, unless
We
that is
have-
your name.
We have Cryptid Hunter in a Crypt.
okay.
I give it
That's
props
a
for
good one.
originality.
I
That's
hardly
decent.
knew her.
That's- Yeah.
It's a solid 8.
Cryptid, I hardly knew her. Yeah, okay. All right.
And then we have stupid femboy bag. I will not say what that actual word is, and we don't care for slurs in this house.
Yeah, you can, you
But we'll
can use
excuse
your
it 'cause you gave us
imagination
money.
on that one. Oh,
It's okay
Jesus.
because money, yes. But yes, thank you, you three, invariant overlord, cryptid hunter, and femboy.
We have
femboy me
we
ba.
have new fourth wall members too.
Oh shit, we do.
Yeah.
I
We
didn't get a
got-
notification of fourth wall. Get out of here,
Well,
really?
we got 2 of them. We got Dr. BJ Cox.
Oh, Dr.
Yeah.
BJ Cox.
Okay.
We already have a Dr. B, so this is going to start getting real confusing.
Yeah, that is confusing.
Is this just
Um,
Dr. Blowjobs now?
Dr.
Yeah.
Blowjobs.
Dr. Blowjob
Okay.
Cox. Check that.
Well, we have Dr. Bitches and Dr. Blowjob. It's different.
It's
Um,
we
One
gotta
went
hit
to,
all our,
one got
bases.
a doctorate in optometry.
The second one is Jace _Lictor _of_the _9th.
Interesting name.
LYCTOR.
I don't
Lichter, I hardly knew her.
Lichter.
Hey.
Jace.
Okay.
Thanks, Jace.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
There's probably a really stupid reason I should be able to pronounce that.
Yes. We also have another one,
Mike's like, good. I don't care.
Hey, yeah,
Davy Lee Ann.
yeah, who
What is-
resubscribed from the Patreon. So here's your second shout out.
Yeah, suck a shout out. Fuck
Well-
it. Who cares?
You double dipping bitches.
Yeah, pick a funnier name.
And
Well, okay.
Pincushion.
You had
I think
such
we already
a-
shouted out Pincushion, though.
Yeah, I think we
Oh.
already did.
Yes, go fuck yourself,
Yeah.
Pincushion.
We
Yeah, you-
also have one merch message, which was from someone.
Was it from Family
It was
Force
from
5?
no, it was from Jace. Which,
Oh, okay.
and
It says,
they
will Deludi
said-
come to my wedding?
Yeah. Sure. When is it? It depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need the
It
invite.
depends on when and where. Yeah.
If I'm on call, probably not.
I will come and I will ruin your wedding.
And he'll
I will
also be
come.
at your wedding.
If it's at a convenient time, I would probably do it. And
Yeah.
and also if it's not like on the other side of the country. I would drive
Yeah.
a maximum of 5 hours if this is at a convenient time.
Yeah. You are. So Moot's got the very specific, very specific set of credentials or criteria he needs.
Yeah. Make it
I
make
think-
it at a convenient time for me and within 5 hours of my location. And you guys.
Those are my only constraints on your wedding. Perfect.
Yeah. That's a very like being invited to a wedding is a very alien concept to me.
Well, crashing a wedding is alien to me for sure.
Is
Yeah.
it,
yeah,
Mike? Because I
especially
feel like we've been to a bunch in the past couple of years, and this is a bad bird scooter.
okay, but this is one that people don't feel like they're forced to invite me to. They are inviting me out of the goodness of their hearts.
That's
Our friends invite me to their weddings because I'm part of Lori and they want to invite Lori.
And they want to make us
And they're
spend
like-
money.
because
Yeah.
I'm part of Lori.
And they're like, well, she's going to have a +1 anyway. Might as well just put his name on it.
Mike is a
Fucking-
permanent second wheel on this unicycle.
And they pulled him from her rib.
Mike is the training wheels.
Thank you. I needed to hear
Nah,
that.
I think Mike's
Um,
Mike's either the basket or the like the little honky or no the little
The bicycle
dingy.
on it.
I am the
Oh.
little honky.
Mike
He's
is
a
the
little
little
honky.
Guys, we did it. We introed the show. We're not getting any better than that. I
We're
really
gonna cut
don't
out
think
all
we
our
are.
housekeeping and just start the episode.
Oh,
Just Mike's a little honky,
I'm a little honky.
We found it. We circled it. We found it.
and that's the episode. Everyone, I'm glad. Thank you for coming out. And hope you liked it.
Yep. No,
Yeah.
today, what Mike is trying to get at, do you want me to let you keep going on this, Mike? Do you have a plan?
I have nothing left.
You have
Nope.
nothing left? No plan?
Nope.
It's
We're
been
talking about
sapped.
aliens. There you go.
Yeah, so much like you guys have noticed a multitude of very important things on the world news lately. Riots happening across the globe, economies crashing. What's China doing over
Earthquakes,
there?
Floods,
China's
fires.
firing people.
Yeah, but out of
John
all of that
Fetterman
news,
got replaced by a clone.
Oh God, is it the tattoo thing? Really, we're
Yes,
gonna do
it's
that
a
here?
tattoo thing. Yes.
Our elected representatives are jacking people off in theaters. I mean,
That's yes,
while
they-
vaping.
while vaping. A lot
Hey,
of
don't
just,
bring vaping into this, all right?
just a lot of just negative shit. But Mexico has come through with some really, really, really exciting news. Do you guys know what that is?
Ba 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 ba.
Someone
Someone-
is it that
Matt,
they're getting their
insert like
first
the
Taco Bell?
news alert here.
This just in.
I just
Everybody in Mexico is gay.
Why? Why, Mike?
A national. It's a national discovery. It's like in Game Grumps when Aaron's like, this just in. Everyone in sports is gay.
Okay, well, Jason left, so.
Oh, I made him pee pee.
He seems upset about something. I wonder what will happen.
Wowie zowie!
Wow, Zao.
Wow to the zow. If you guys have not been able to tell so far, go ahead, Doug. Just go ahead.
All right, we back, y'all. We back.
If you guys haven't been able to tell, we are attempting to talk about something that's been in front of everybody's face, I think, the last, 2 weeks?
Yeah,
At least
Mexico
if you-
has something to tell us.
Yes.
That's not
Everyone
what you're
in Mexico.
thinking. That's not what you're thinking, man.
This just in. Everyone in Mexico believes in aliens.
Oh.
Wait, one more time?
They believe,
Everyone in Mexico believes in aliens and
yeah,
are also gay.
they believe in
Almost.
gay aliens or what?
It's called Galians.
Galians, yes. I think it's called Gaelic, but I'm not sure. But yes, according
Yes, aliens.
according to Mexican
Aliens,
Congress,
Jerry.
Mexican
Yeah.
Congress, there's some aliens over there.
Yeah, so literally, like it was like September 12th. So Mexico had a congressional hearing, all right? And
I see you, Matt.
You've
I
probably seen this all over the place right now, as we've mentioned. But a guy by the name of Jamie Mauson, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right at all, but it looks like Mauson. I don't know. Who cares? Anyways, so he presented what he claimed to be undeniable proof of alien life. So basically, he stood before all the lawmakers and he took out these two big ass boxes of fucking aliens, all right?
box
He just
o
had
alien.
Two big old
Get a box
boxes
of-
of aliens.
Just have 2 boxes of loose aliens.
Yeah, straight up.
Assorted.
And he basically sat up there and he showed off these like 2 little fossilized fuckers that he said that they've recovered from Peru in 2017. And he named them Clara and Mauricio. Because they needed names.
You
I
gotta
guess.
give them alien names, not people names.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have been
I found
Blorp Gucks and fucking Flappledong
Quasbo
or
or
something.
something.
Yeah,
Quasbo.
Quasbo. No, that's my name.
Right.
Now, this is the only place where Elon Musk would come in handy because he names his kids some weird ass shit.
That's Elon, get over here. The only time you will ever hear me say that. Fuck.
Yeah,
Kyle.
but essentially, he stood up there and presented these 2 aliens, and he claimed that they were found in a diatom mine, or an algae mine, and then later were fossilized. Like they were fossilized. And then there's been talks that they were claimed near a UFO crash, which there's a lot of things that he said during his presentation. Like he went over some X-rays and all the anatomy of these things, which we'll go over in a little bit. But basically, he had a bunch of information, and he was like, "I will release more when the time is right." And
Can you explain algae mine?
I have no fucking idea what a fucking algae mine is. All right,
So
it
it's not
sounded
just
like
an
the
algae
most
mine.
boring shit I've ever heard.
Mike's
of.
got us. Mike's got us.
It's not just an algae mine. It was a mine they found of a cave system where the rocks were covered in a certain type of algae, and
that started growing 17 million years ago.
that
fossilized now.
algae that
Mhm.
algae was cased on these alien bodies as well. That's what mummified them and kept the moisture essentially away to prevent them from
Okay.
decaying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm tracking.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of it in a nutshell. Now as far
No,
as
an
why,
analogy shell.
and then ha 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 ha. This is good. It's really funny.
We're on one today, aren't we, boys?
Yeah, we really are. Fucking, me and Jason are still just recovering
We're reeling.
our brain strength from fucking
Riot.
Riot Fest. So,
I'm drinking.
yeah, we're pulling an opposite.
Yeah.
Um,
Mike and Matt are
Opposite day,
drinking.
everyone.
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, no, I mean that's pretty much it in a nutshell as far as like what's going on. And there's a lot of places covering it online, but you're not really seeing a whole lot anywhere else. There's like you'll see these like 2 to 3 minute little snippets in newscasts, and it kind of blows my mind because it's 2023. It almost seems like out of a movie or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we're talking about aliens
And you
on
only-
TV.
Yeah, and that's making world news headlines. I will say the full like video of the congressional hearing is, I mean, it's obviously in
It's like
Spanish,
3 hours long,
but it's
too.
3.5 hours long. I tried to watch.
Not
some
only-
of it,
Nobody got
but
time for that.
Not
no.
only do I not have time for 3 hours of Congress talk, I don't have time for 3 hours of Spanish Congress talk that I don't understand. I don't understand it, and I'm not going to read subtitles for 3 hours. I can't even read a book.
Mike can't even read.
he
So,
can't. I think we
That's
established
fine.
that early on.
and that's why he has his own episodes where he tells you guys what books you should read.
We
I
should
tell
come
them
out with a
about
line of
picture
picture
books.
books. Yeah. We should come out with all
Yeah.
of our episodes in picture books and call
That's
it
a-
that'd
like
be
Mike's
cool.
Corner.
That's actually a fucking fantastic idea, and we can make the children's books for Mike's kid.
Wait, could we rewrite?
The
well,
coloring
not
book
rewrite,
corner.
but could we retell all the ARGs and random stuff we've done, but just make them like 10-page picture books?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's what I
We
think.
could totally do that.
We
Coloring book color.
we have the attention span for that.
We
Bet
could even
everybody
end,
up your everyone up their Patreon or fourth walls to like $100 a month, and we'll get this going real quick.
Yeah.
So.
we could even end every picture book with a pop-up peen and bean smacked together.
Just
When you open it, they just
oh man, that's
Perfect.
fantastic. I love all of these ideas.
we're gonna have to have a meeting soon.
We will
Fund us.
absolutely.
Deluded
where-
us.
More money, please, now today.
so after this 3.5 hour fucking behemoth of a congressional hearing in Mexico, like what did people think about it? Does anybody know?
Well, it definitely took.
This is more
the
of a
world by
free form,
storm.
like anybody can answer. Like I'm legit asking the question.
Restate your
uh,
question.
I don't care. Is that a good
After
answer?
like when you first saw this hit the news, when you first saw this in your feed, and you like dug into it a little bit about it, like what was your first reaction?
I was like,
Oh,
this is
it's
fake
fake.
as fuck.
Well,
There's no way.
It's really hard to take anything the government says seriously anymore, because anytime something like this happens, if you ever go read the comments on stuff like this, it's like, what the fuck are they hiding? Like, what's this really about? Like, this is just to throw us off the scent of some sinister shit they're pulling.
But are we so sure that it is fake?
I don't know. Let's keep
I don't
talking
know.
about it.
The first time I saw a picture, the first thing I thought of was that Futurama episode where he eats the mummy.
Yeah.
It tastes like teriyaki,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I was gonna eat that mummy."
Yeah. So, like Doug said, they found these aliens where I'm sorry, Peru, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
They found them in Peru, and for those of you who haven't seen the footage, which how have you not? It's been all over the news. They look like ET.
Legit
Like
replica.
Mhm.
skinny versions of ET. They look like from Ben 10, the little guy, Gray Matter, I think his name is, right?
That's
I think his name is Gray Matter, the little guy. I used to love Ben 10, but they look like him. Like legit, that is what he looks like. Google Ben 10 Gray Matter. It's literally that.
yeah.
But like
three,
ET got his face stuck in like a Spam can.
Yeah.
they're like
For, like,
they're
too
about
long.
like what would you say? They're like 3 feet tall, maybe.
Yeah.
Bone skinny.
Yeah, they're very, very small.
Yes, but they do resemble your classic Ebe.
Yeah, an
Ebe
Eben.
alien. Your little gray. The guy who brought these to Congress decided to also, take this to like a doctor and have them x-ray it and do all these fucking tests to the damn thing. And they found a couple unique things. I'll go over a few of the physical attributes that they found in it. First and foremost, they found out that it has 3 fingers and 3 toes. No carpals or
They
tarsals.
counted.
It's just, yeah. Wow.
Whoa. Some scientific shit right here.
This science is crazy.
It has no carpals or tarsals. It's just fingers going straight to arm bone. They found that it has circular and completed ribs. It has about 14 ribs. They found a cervical spine and neck bones in it as well. And the way that it is shaped alludes that it might be a retractable head, kind of like what a turtle does in its shell, just like
It's a penis.
Yeah.
it's just a penis. Yeah. They just uncovered
That's not their
se-
face.
1700
They reproduce from there.
penis.
Live
Do you think they have
penis.
to? Do you think they circumcise like around their faces?
Yeah.
So they can see.
What are those
These are
weird?
2 circumcised aliens. The normal ones just have like a sack, just like grouped in front of their face.
He's
All right, real quick. What are those
a nut
weird
Chidian
things?
from Men in Black?
What are those weird things that look like Teletubbies, but they're not? But they have like almost like the foreskin
Oh.
fucking neck that like, and then the little round heads.
I
You know
know.
what the
I
fuck
know
I'm
what you're
talking
talking
about?
about. I have no fucking idea what those are called.
God
I didn't know
damn,
they
I
had
don't know what you're
names.
talking
Talking about
Yeah.
If I can find a picture.
Foreskin tubbies. There we go. Anyway.
foreskin,
That's the one.
uncircumcised Teletubbies.
Tubby foreskins.
They,
there it is.
They also found out. They also found out they have very strong but lightweight bones, much like a bird, a beard. They
Beard.
found out that they have basically a head that was. I don't know exactly what this means, but it is pneumatized.
like pressurized, like PNEU.
Yeah,
Pneumatized.
Pneumatized.
Which-
Yeah, I don't fully know what that means, but it says that it's making a large space for
Yeah.
oversized brain matter.
Yes, it's air.
Um,
So air in the cranium, basically, when this thing developed, allowed it to develop a bigger brain. The booba bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
A booba.
The booba.
The
A
booba. Yeah,
It's,
that's the,
so
Those are
it's basically
tits.
a brain ball sack attached
Yeah.
to its face foreskin.
yes, exactly. To
Got
allow it for room to be smart, because it does not look it.
All right.
They
Oh,
have. They
actually,
have.
King beat me to it, but yeah.
They have orthopedic implants perfectly fused with the skin and bone, composed of some sort of metals for spacing structure and equipment.
Osmium and palladium.
Cadmium.
Sorry,
actually.
cadmium. Super rare.
They have they found that they have ocular orbits that show that they would have a wide field of vision. They have a jawbone but no teeth, so they could gum you down, but they couldn't chew.
They give you a good gumming.
Yeah.
So they does that mean that
Just
they
the
wouldn't have?
sloppiest head.
Would they like pre-process their food then,
They might use like a
or do you just
Pestle
stuff
and
like a whole
mortar.
hot pocket down there?
Maybe they secrete. Maybe they
they're like
secrete.
birds. They don't chew.
Just
they're just
inhaling
down-
food whole right through the foreskin. Just
It just disappears.
They have a gooey like substance that comes into their mouth that helps break things down.
Yeah, it's a white gooey.
It's very white,
sticky
milky,
substance. Yeah.
kind of corrosive.
Salty.
Smells like
They have,
chlorinated bread.
digestive smegma.
Ew. Liquid hot smegma. They also have a spine that connects to the center of the cranial floor, which does not happen in primates.
Nope. Because we want to
all that
move our
often.
heads.
Yeah.
Are these things
We don't
just
want to
like,
be like Michael Keaton's Batman.
No.
They have intact oviducts, which is fallopian tubes that
Yes.
contained eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So
so they
they
be
had a-
laying eggs.
I don't know about
yeah,
laying.
And not like
They
small
had-
eggs either.
They're
no,
large.
it's like
Eggs.
an ostrich egg.
Yeah, it's like if a chihuahua had an ostrich egg inside it. That's what it looks like.
They had fingerprints, and they had unique DNA not matching over 1 million existing sequences.
Mm.
70% similar to known DNA, 30% unknown. And they even commented on here for relevance. They list that humans are less than 5% different to primates and 15% to bacteria, meaning that 30% or more of the specimen contains contains a outside terrestrial influence.
Mm.
So that's kind of the big.
How vague could you be?
Right.
It contains.
It's got stuff in it.
That's even worse than non-human biologics.
Oh, I can't lie. When I heard that, I was like, "It's aliens!" I was like, "Wait,
They could also be turtles.
Like anything that's not a human, anything that's not a human is
it's pumpkin
non-human
seeds.
biologics." I went on the Twitter and everything. I'm like,
This is
aliens
dirt.
are real. Meanwhile, yeah, it was probably just like a fucking banana or something.
Right. It's an alien banana. Who knows?
Yeah. Who the fuck knows anymore? But I don't know if there's much to touch on that I haven't already, but do they go into like emphasis a little bit more into like the DNA makeup of
Yes.
these guys?
And actually, so that was one of the claims that, in the eyes of the experts at this congressional hearing, kind of solidified the fact that they were extraterrestrials or EBEs or whatever they wanted to attach to them. And it was specifically the claim that it was 70% similar DNA and 30% dissimilar from anything found on Earth.
Which
that's-
does help to the theory that
But also-
aliens spawned humans. They used us for breeding. And
We will
created
get
us.
to
We are
that.
aliens.
We will get to that, and you and I are gonna have a fun conversation about that. I can already tell. I'm so fucking
Yay.
excited. Damn it, I might take a shot later. But so they use this DNA sequencing as more or less proof that these things did not come from here. And so here the claim was that he claimed this on social media as well as at the hearing, that he shared this scientific analysis and study results, and he argues that these prove that the bodies are about 1,000 years old and are not related to any known earthly species. He also claims that 30% of the DNA in the bodies was not shared with anything else found on Earth. That's pretty. That sounds pretty impressive, right? Like that.
That or it's just random.
If you don't know anything about this, if you don't know anything about DNA or
It sounds
biology,
It sounds
exactly. If you heard that they found something on Earth that 30% of its DNA could not be traced to anything else on Earth, that might lead you to ask some questions about if it actually was like it belonged to planet Earth or if it came from somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if I take Mike's skull and just mash it against the wall long enough, eventually they're going to be like, this doesn't resemble a human being.
Oh,
We can't
right.
tell what body part this is.
One of
This
the
is one fucked up dog.
Now, one of the other claims that Mike just went over was how we share, I think he said, 5% with bacteria and 15% with something else, right?
The other way around, but it was like monkey and bacteria. Yeah.
Either way, that's just fucking false. Like, I mean, let me rephrase that. That's misleading. When they say dissimilar, like when they say we share 5% with bacteria or 15% with primates or whatever it is, what that means is you can look at DNA from those things and you can find sequences in there that match the sequences in our DNA 5% or 15% of the time. That does not mean that it is creating the same life. That does not mean it's creating the same specimen, the same organism, or anything. That just means it shares some of the instructions encoded in our DNA to make different proteins or different structures in your body to make it work.
So how much DNA do you think we share with, like, per se, like a shrimp?
A shrimp, I don't even know, but with
You
bacteria,
can
tell
tell
me
me
a
a shrimp fried this human.
Damn it!
I tried to get
Stole my shit.
so far past it, but I did not do it fast enough. So with bacteria, we share 0.01% of bacteria in the terms that he is meaning this to mean here. If he is meaning that we share sequences, that's one thing, but that doesn't really tell you shit. If you literally share a genetic makeup with something, that's what matters. And with bacteria, we're at 0.01%, which means the other 99.9% is dissimilar. That puts that 30%.
Oh God, My mom is in the patrons chat now. No, Bob.
She's gonna hear us yell about aliens for a while. It'll be
All
great.
right,
I'm,
Digestive
I'm pretty
smegma.
sure she was
And
here from the
digestive
whole
smegma, yeah.
eat it whole through the foreskin.
Oh, fantastic.
Was she here for
Hi,
the part
Mom.
where I smashed Mike's skull against the wall?
Absolutely,
sure was.
I'm not gonna do that.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
I take it back.
So now that
Smash
we have
Doug
that out of
stole
the
it.
way, and we all kind of know what that means, it sounds a lot less impressive. And I actually looked up the report ran by actually Reuters had someone an astrophysicist from the University of Mexico basically double check the data, and you can actually download the the data from it, and it literally just says organism Homo sapiens. That's all it
It's
says
in the
here.
link. It's literally
yeah. Like it's just
all you
right
need.
there.
It's
And
people.
It says all runs, all everything, source is genomic. It's got like the test run. You can go look this up on the specific machine they used. You can contact the company for the specific lab results for it. And it's human. Now I will say, so when they said 70%, I can't look at the Discord right now. The 70% like found
you become
on
a $10
Earth.
member. You can also join the Discord and try to distract us.
Just distract the shit out of us. Fuck, what was I saying? God damn it. So if you I really did forget what I was saying.
Smegma.
It's
ringing a bell.
30%, 70%,
30%.
70%.
Okay, so
30% of 70%.
Right,
is-
right,
Homo
right.
sapiens.
Homo sapiens.
right. So the
URL.
30-70% bullshit that they were peddling. What that means, what they actually mean when they ran this DNA is that a lot of it was degraded because it's 1,000 fucking years old, and they
The
couldn't.
DNA only lasts about 500 years.
It's got a half-life, and so it degrades to a point where you can no longer sequence it, you can't run it, and you don't know what it is. So instead of saying that it's unknown, they said they were not sure that it was from terrestrial origin, which is incredibly fucking misleading in my eyes because that is not
Yeah.
fucking same at all.
It just means it's garbage.
Yes. And the worst part about this is at the
That's
congressional.
kind of like when Subway was like, when everyone's like, that's not tuna. I mean, it is.
It
They
just-
ran the test. It's fish, kind of.
It says fish right there. What else is it?
It's crab. It's just spelled with a K. Like
Real cheese, TM.
Yeah. asterisk.
I can't believe it's not butter.
So
Newsflash: a lot of things aren't butter, Doug.
most things aren't butter.
I beg
Most
to
things
differ,
are-
but that's fine.
Nothing that matters.
Yeah, pretty much.
So after learning all of this, so again, back at the congressional hearing, they had someone named Jose de Jesus Zalce Benitez, director of the Health Sciences Research Institute of the Secretary of the Navy, essentially there to
Shit, they got the Navy
Expla-
involved.
the titles were very impressive. I'm not even gonna lie.
In the Navy.
He was there to essentially
can sail the
confirm
seven
and
seas.
prove. And he basically was there to bolster Mousen's claims. Later on, they interviewed him in his office, and he basically calmly peddled the exact same thing. And this is what he said, essentially. Based on the DNA tests, which were compared with more than 1 million species, they are not related to what is known or described up to this moment by science or by human knowledge. That
Gotta be alien.
okay. That's
Okay,
impressive,
This may
right?
have been some bullshit, but as I was reading through many Reddit, like when this was happening, many Reddit threads, at one point somebody posted a link to this DNA, and someone in the replies claimed that there was some bean in there. Is that true?
It might be, and we'll get there.
There's a little bit of
Just
bean
a
in
little
there.
bit of pinto, just peppered in.
Yes.
Turns
so
out if you take this guy, because the bean part, you could take this alien, grind it up, and you can make a nice chili out of him.
A nice
I thought you were going to
gazpacho.
say
Nice little
South Park
espresso.
episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
So after this man, very
It's
high
got
ranking in the
Tenderman's
Navy.
parents.
Oh, fuck.
God damn it. Oh man. So Jose, after he gets on stage at the congressional hearing, he basically bolsters this claim that these things are in fact aliens. They are not from Earth. We go ahead and we look to the carbon-14 analysis, also known as carbon testing. These confirm that these bodies have basically been on Earth for the last 1,000 years, if not longer. by slightly, but they were also buried and calcified in a specific algae that is native to Earth that was abundant at the time of the burial, about 1,000 years ago.
Here's my question about that.
Uh-huh.
And I may be getting to something that you're getting to. But if you're carbon dating something that you're claiming didn't come from Earth, doesn't carbon dating rely on assumptions about like Earth's atmosphere and how things react over time with like
you know
Earth's
what, you're
atmosphere?
Right. You're
no,
right.
you cut off the leg of the alien, you count the rings,
No.
and that's it's like a tree.
So actually, this is a good time to explain carbon dating. So carbon-14 is the variant of the element carbon that we use to date things on Earth, because we know that carbon-14 is consistent across life on Earth, and we can use it to accurately date where it came from, where it lived, and how long it's been there based on half-life. Carbon-14 does not exist like it does on Earth everywhere in the universe. So I will say, yes, Matt has a point. Carbon dating would be different for things that were not from Earth. That is absolutely fair.
Well, we're not aware of that, though.
And also, if the tests for the carbon-14 come up positive and can tell you exactly where these things were and how long they've been there, I don't know. I would look at it.
Maybe there's an abundance of carbon on Smegmar 9.
You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
We've
And
never
that's-
been there.
That is my. Is that where the four of us are from as of this episode?
That's our new podcast.
Smegmar 9. Join Kleezax, Yarza, Quasbo, and Fibley. Yeah. Guys, write this down. None of you have pens. What are you doing?
Transmissions from Smegmar 9. Hell yes. Let's make this happen.
You got to start it off. Every podcast starts off with that whistle.
Yes.
You know what
I
I
couldn't
mean?
even.
Did that not register?
It did not pick you up at all.
Oh man,
Doodle-doo-doodle-doodle.
It'll
that
make
like
sense later.
ooh,
Yeah.
That it's got to start
Yeah.
with that.
Greetings from Smegmar 9.
Today's episode: how we eat.
So after they did these carbon dating on
Today's
these
episode,
bodies,
we found what scientists think was a human on our planet.
wow.
Oh, that's what the whole podcast should be about. Everything from Smegmar 9's assumptions and like external observations about
humans.
human life. Yeah.
Fuck yes.
We think the
I love
humans
that.
eat
Nobody
these
take
things
this
called.
idea.
We think humans eat these things called pine cones. They just get it completely wrong.
We have
The
some work to do.
self-wiping food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
Anyway,
Why do
Wait,
their
wait.
penises look like our head?
fucking hell. Anyway, so after the carbon dating comes back and it basically confirms that these things have never been off planet and they existed here the whole time. And so I talked about this earlier. Julieta Fierro, who is the astrophysicist at the University of Mexico that reviewed the DNA results, essentially found the thing to be a mashup of human and animal parts mostly, but there was a lot of super glue involved.
This motherfucker pulled a fucking Ripley's, believe it or not, and like I'm gonna take a fish and a skeleton and just bam,
Yeah, and
and a
you know,
monkey skeleton, bam.
And stick the fingers on backwards.
Yeah.
now another fun coincidence is if you take those X-rays that you see all over Reddit right now of this weird tiny person with eggs in it with an orthopedic implant across its shoulders.
And they're
And
not
you
like
just-
fossilized eggs either. They're like whole ass went to the store like
Yeah.
Looking like a Chipotle burrito.
Yeah,
Oval.
it's strange, and especially if you do some manipulation with that photo. And honestly,
I
this is
love
the
my
point.
alien. It's
Doug-
sunny side up.
Doug, would you like to take over from here? Because I think you have a bit more on this than I might.
Yeah, sure. So, let's talk about Jamie for a minute here.
Let's talk about
just for a minute. So he's been called out for fake testimonies for years by the scientific community, the ufologist community, like
Ufologist, you swine.
ufologist.
Sorry,
Sorry,
it's called ufology.
ufologist. I don't know. Anyways, so
you
yeah.
falafelologist.
ufologist icks. Yeah, no, just like nobody trusts this guy, and he's kind of been pulling shit. Yeah, he's a big fat pony. So in 2015, he led an event called Be Witness, where a mummified body claimed to be an alien child was unveiled, and found out later it was just the corpse of a human child.
Yep.
Thought he found an
where was
alien.
it found?
Turns out, dead kid.
This one, I don't actually know where this one was found, but I
The
assume
first
That
one?
was also found in Peru.
was
I was gonna
Nazca.
say it was probably Nazca.
It was Nazca, Peru.
Yep.
Yep.
And then he was also involved in publicizing a specimen dubbed the Metapic creature. I'm probably butchering that,
Yeah, that's
but
it. No, yeah, that's 100% it.
which later turned out to be a skinned monkey. And he also publicized something called the Demon Fairy in 2016, which just turned out to be the remains of a bat, some wooden sticks, epoxy, and some other unknown elements.
He just he just took like
It's DIY taxidermy.
he did a McDonald's like McShake up with just a bat, some sticks and glue.
Yeah,
and
he
just
just went to Hobby World, fucking Hobbytown, USA, bought a bunch of crafting supplies,
Caught a bat.
stuck him in a mix shaker.
Yeah, and then at the end of the hearing, it was actually kind of funny. The Peruvian officials were like, "How did you get these out of the country, like, and into Mexico?" And he's like, "Don't worry about that, all right?
I didn't do anything wrong.
We'll talk about that later for sure." And just kind of like blew the question off, and
It's
I think that says a lot about all you need to know about
How did you
this.
get them out of the country? I smuggled them up my ass.
they're tiny. Do you not see them?
Please don't tell me these were in your ass. I have no more left to say.
So he seems real credible.
Oh, just the most
Yeah.
credible guy ever.
One thing that I do want to add to your point is back when he tried to present the first mummified remains,
Mm-hmm.
they took X-rays and it looked pretty convincing. But again, they debunked it as just a fucking smorgasbord of human bones cut into weird angles with animal parts and shit. Now, wouldn't you know it?
Wouldn't you know?
Wouldn't you know it when they X-rayed this one? And you literally mirror image the X-ray and you put it on top of the old X-ray
And then turn it a little bit.
and just
a little bit.
skew it and just lay it right on top of there. It oh man, it's the same fucking image. It's the
Reddit
goddamn same
really,
fucking image. It's the exact
Reddit
same
really pulled a
X-ray.
CSI.
It's
They're just like
almost-
enhance.
It's almost like the aliens that he claimed to find in Peru in 2017 are the same as the aliens that he found in Peru in 2017 and claimed to be different aliens.
The laziest fucking retry at a hoax
So-
I've ever seen.
Did they just
Okay,
have
so
to
we're
let
there
him
now.
speak?
We
Like,
are
were
there.
they like, wow, did they, like, for real? Like,
People
they just had
showed
to
up
let
to
him.
this too.
Yeah.
Like the guy, the U.S. Navy pilot who was part of the fucking hearings for the
Yeah.
U.S.
Oh, God. Yeah.
the UFO thing we recently had. Like Ryan Graves is his name. He was there. There was an astrophysicist from Harvard that was there.
Yep.
And they have
There
like
were big
interviews with these
names.
people after the hearing, and they're like, their interviews are basically summed up by like my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Like I can't believe I wasted my
Can't believe
time on this.
Yeah. Pretty much every single one of them.
Yep.
So
So are we're at the real or fake now?
yeah, I'd fucking hope so.
It seems we're at real or fake.
I think we are. Go ahead, Mike.
I mean, this one's fake.
Oh, I thought you were going to
Really
actually make us
fake.
officially do it.
It's the
Oh yeah,
fake.
It's
okay.
the
On
fakest.
3. Okay, there we go. 3 fake. Yeah.
This is
Hold on,
gonna be
everybody,
so-
everyone forget what you just heard. All right,
Yeah.
Mike,
yeah,
go ahead.
yeah. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Fake.
Really fake.
really fake.
Just it's not even real.
That's
But the worst part is so
it went to Congress.
the worst part is I could get past all that other shit, but it shows they're over here like, oh, these things are very brittle. They are like 1,000 years old.
Like, please don't look at them
And-
or touch them.
Yeah, and it's like we brought them in this glass casing so no one can touch them or anything. And then it shows when they're getting the X-ray done, and the doctor's just manhandling it.
Oh, we
He's
just
like,
put
if
it
you
over
look
here.
yeah, we'll put it there, and it's like he's wearing gloves, but that doesn't help. That's not gonna. What is that
There's-
gonna fucking do?
They're sock and boppers. That's what he
Another
was
thing
wearing.
I made a note of is there's like a quote from somebody who was part of the university lab in Mexico where they supposedly got these things carbon dated, and they were like, yeah, we don't actually have any record of where the samples that were carbon dated came from. Like, there's absolutely no proof that what they carbon dated actually came from these.
It reminds me
aliens.
of the guy from was it Stardust Ranch when he's like, oh,
with the katana.
I cut off. He's like, I cut off a piece of the alien and I sent it to get examined, and they said it's like a plant person, and they're like, oh, can we see those? And he's like, nope, they disappeared.
They disappeared, buddy.
I killed all of them. Jesus
yeah, this
Christ.
is fake, but it did spawn me to I chime back. This was very reminiscent to a topic I brought up when it was just mooting myself. The Quebec alien that was found in 1992. That was the first thing I thought of about that, and that is more legit seeming than this is.
Yes.
For those of you that may not have heard the episode with Moot and I, back in 1992 in Quebec, Canada, they call it the Red River alien because an alien body was found frozen near a river. And all it is this kid that uploaded a video onto YouTube, and it's all in French. If you decipher it, essentially, the description and everything about it says,
As you do with French. You don't read
as you
French,
do with the French.
decipher
You don't
it.
exactly. It's practically an ARG in itself, that language.
The first ARG.
The French.
Just the French.
But if you
ARG.
translate it, how's that? If you translate it, it's basically a story of this kid saying, hey, went over to my buddy's house. He showed me these photos. These photos are of him and his friends that found this alien body, and then they took a bunch of pictures of it. And I didn't have a way of basically digitizing the photos. So he took a YouTube video with his camera of his friend just going through like a slideshow of the images on a CRTV, and he's just recording it. And that is the only video footage of these pictures that we have in the world. Those pictures look legit as shit because the face is super clear, the body is different, like textured. It looks legit, but it reminded me of this because it's the same type of looking alien, just bigger.
Yeah, that's where this guy fucked up. This guy was like,
man.
here's some
Well,
X-rays, here's some DNA.
Yeah.
He just like left it all open for scrutinization. If he had just like made some really grainy VHS footage of this
If
shit,
he would have
people
given
would've been
me
like,
the Bigfoot video of
Yeah.
the modern day era,
Yeah. Well, so this
wouldn't
actually, the fact that you say so bigger, like a bigger model of these fucking things, it reminds me in Siberia, there was a video that was going around a while ago. I don't, like 7 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that. But it was like somebody was driving a car and they felt a weird bump and they like backed up, and it was like this it's like they ran over this body in the snow of like, it looked like a bigger version of one of these fucking things that we see in these Mexican hearings. And
yeah.
it sounds exactly like what you're describing in the Quebec alien thing, but this was in Siberia,
a lot of the newer,
which is that way, obviously.
a lot of the newer alien sightings, I think, are of the tall whites because in Vegas, they're getting a lot of reports of 10-foot tall grays.
not the little
and the
grays.
grays, not the little
Not the
honkies.
little
the,
honkies.
the big honkies.
Okay.
But the grays, they don't get tall. They're usually around 4 feet tall and on the high end. But the tall whites, they can get up there. They're the ones that are in control. So
Only
my
the tall
theory
whites
is,
can be on the really tall podcast. So
yeah. Well, my theory
Is it
is
'cause
we're
they're
starting
white,
to see.
Doug?
no, it's because they're tall.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's part of it. My theory though is we are starting to see the leaders of the aliens making their way to Earth to kind of feel us out a little bit because their little drones aren't doing it. They're not cutting it. There's that.
Wait,
But yeah,
you're
there's
saying
aliens
that
right
you're
there.
saying that the fake alien body videos are changing because the
Because
real
no, no,
aliens
no.
are changing?
No, we're getting a lot of like as of recent, we're getting a lot more sightings of taller grays, not these small
Oh,
ones.
okay.
Like we were saying before, how he fucked up, making them like
gotcha.
giving too much detail. He fucked up by making it so tiny too, because as of late, all the sightings have been of tall 10-foot gray and whites.
But he only bought like 3 tubes of super glue.
Yeah, he didn't have
He
enough.
He's not
make it
sticking
that
to the
big.
lore.
He pulled a he should have
God damn.
You know, is it the same alien if you grind it up and put super glue on
This
it?
is the same
yeah.
fucking yes. This is the same argument.
He should have
Alien
just taken it
Odysseus.
apart and
Yeah.
put both together to make one. I actually just saw. I mean, I think it's probably because I've been doing the research, but I've been getting like advertised
Yeah.
on all the social platforms and like stuff like alien sighting pictures and videos and stuff. And there was actually a really crazy picture I saw, and I didn't take the time to see if it was real or not. Obviously, I'm not going to do that with every picture that comes up on my Facebook, but there was a picture from, I guess, not too long ago. I can't remember exactly when, but it was like this big ass like there was a it was like a really cloudy night over Egypt, and there was this big ass
Oh.
fucking
Oh, I've
ship
seen that one.
over.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that looks fucking scary as hell. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was like
that one's
huge.
pretty lit.
Have you listened to the Horn Blast video?
Oh, the like,
Horn in fuck, where was that?
Oh, that's old.
yeah, I was gonna
was
say
that
those-
Jerusalem?
It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Well, I
it'd be
mean,
creepy,
yes, you
though.
could hear it everywhere, but it's super
Yeah,
fucking
that
loud.
that trips me out.
Yeah.
I
Um,
found just the opposite as I was trying to look things up to make myself relevant and carve myself out a section in the outline. There was like an alien autopsy video from 1995 that did a way better job than this. That was like way more convincing.
Was
It
it
was-
Zoidberg?
Yes,
Is it
that's exactly what it
Signs?
was, and it was a pilot for Futurama. No, it was from a dude named Ray Santilli. And he was like a fucking film producer from London, and he released this video of this gray that's like being dissected on a table. That's super fucking convincing, like way more convincing than this. But it did turn out later that it was just like a rubber doll that they had like shoved a sheep brain inside of, and then literally hired a homeless man to film. So, but
Well then.
That
it was
sounds
more
right.
convincing.
It was. Oh, one last thing I wanted to bring up too that Jason, we touched on briefly before.
Yeah.
They mentioned that 70% of the DNA was
Yes.
human.
yeah.
Let's not forget, like we said
Let's-
before.
The chariot of fire in the sky.
Yeah, so way back yonder, the year of our Lord and Savior, a
One.
bajillion years ago, one.
Year one.
The Greys would come to Earth, or sorry, not the Greys, the tall whites, Ebes in general would come to Earth, and they started basically fucking primates and cave people around that time. And
Wait,
they
I didn't
wanted
pay
to,
this much for my Scientology class yet.
That's right.
Congratulations.
allowed to hear
Dianetics
this.
is here. And
Unlock
we're
the
going
next
into
2
it.
minutes for $59.95.
I'm going to tell you the plot to the movie, was it After Earth with
I
John
guess.
Travolta? Whatever the fuck it was. Whatever.
More
Anyway,
or less.
but so the aliens basically came here to Earth to make hybrid creatures. They fucked some monkeys to make humans because they wanted to build more slave labor for their planets. So the running theory is the reason this thing is 70% human is because us humans are aliens. We come from aliens. We are all alien DNA. We're not what you think. The Greys made us, or the whites made us, and they are using us as work labor force, and they are eventually going to come pick us up to make us, I don't know, like
Isn't it the
Where's
Enoch-
this
do
going?
their stuff for
Isn't
them.
it the Enochians?
He's
The
Enochians.
Enochians, yes, thank you. That's
the
it. It's the
Enochians.
Enochians. Yes,
Yeah.
they're the ones
Yep.
that did it. Yes. But either way, that it was going with the DNA thing. Is we're
The
part
DNA
alien,
thing.
Okay.
So what,
part alien.
basically what Mike is trying to say is that because so if we were to find an alien body and we were to find DNA shared in that alien body with humanity, that would essentially prove that aliens had a hand in us
They be
being on
fucking.
Earth.
And that
Yeah.
Cthulhu is real.
and that
and that
Cthulhu is
Cthulhu be
real,
real.
Pee Wee Herman is real, like all the scary things we think about at night.
I ran into him this weekend.
You did run into him this weekend. He was very convincing. But now here's where I think my opinion differs a little bit, because if they were to start intermingling species and start creating like a slave labor race, again, if it's an offshoot of the same race, we would have a lot more than 70% in common. If we
we
were
share like 70% with a banana.
Correct. But that sequences, my guy, because remember, 0.01% shared actual genetic makeup. with Like, if that were the case for aliens, if they, let's say they did intermingle with our species, that would mean that we are receiving all of their DNA, which means we would be way closer to like 99% similar.
No, but this was like
Because our
millions of years
body
ago.
functions would adapt and would basically adapt to house their bodily functions as well. And now our DNA and our genetics needs to adapt to that. So
Well,
it's
we are
going to change over
offshoots.
time. Correct. We are offshoots.
Yeah.
We would still have a very large percentage of similarity. Now, if for some reason the aliens had some technology to not intermingle our species with theirs, but to rather create a whole new one using
How do you know
parts
that
of DNA,
the smart aliens didn't just
Sure.
abduct us from some other planet and then dump us here?
I personally think that Earth is the life raft planet. That's my personal belief.
It's like episode it's season 7, episode 1 of South Park, if I'm not mistaken, where
All right.
the boys find out that Earth is just a giant TV show,
Oh yeah,
and basically all
It's the
these
Tru-
aliens
the Truman Show.
yeah.
are just watching us like a reality TV show. It's actually one of the best episodes of South Park ever made. But yeah, that's how
That's-
I see it. But if you really want to get into the nitty gritty, there's like we could go on for a long time about this,
we
but
could.
Why
there's
does Ross,
like
the largest of the friends, not simply eat the other four?
yeah, human horn and stuff, right?
Single female lawyer. We could do this all day. We've all seen Futurama.
Yep.
But yeah, there's like, I don't know, if you get into the like really like if you really get far into it, it's like there's 12 like major races of aliens. Like I think like 3 technically live on and around Earth, and then obviously you've got the Draconians who are inside of Earth, and then you've got
Right.
I believe the Enochians and someone else actually are like friendly and protecting Earth.
Mhm.
And then you've got all these other mean races of aliens and shit.
Enochians aren't as nice as you think they are.
They're
I don't remember everything about what races do what for us off the top
Enochians
of my
kind of
head,
just
but
suck. They just suck.
do tell.
Wow.
I don't
That's
have the
racist.
time.
we do not have the time for that. We should
That's
do
an
a breakdown
episode of
on
its own.
Yeah, we
We'll
should
do
do
an
like an
Enochian
alien races
episode.
breakdown.
We'll definitely do more alien
Yeah.
stuff coming up here
Yeah.
because it seems like, one of these days we're going to
Turn into
wake up
That
and
can
be
be
like,
our
oh, there's a
March
ship.
Madness this year.
Yeah. Yeah. Which alien race would,
Yeah,
would
right.
be the best?
In case in case we down the line get monetized and this one gets demonetized, make sure you go to diluti.com and become a member, and go to patreon.com/dilutipod and become a patron. On either website, you can chip in something or you can chip in nothing. If you chip in nothing, you'd get your
4
free
episodes a month.
episodes a month, as Jason likes to put it. But yeah, go sub, become a member. We go to the Discord. If you're a member on the Discord, we have game nights every month. There is a fan box that is going on right now, which I'm pretty sure is close to being wrapped up. So if you're in the Discord, make sure if you want to send us something,
You can say
Go to
stupid
the-
shit during our recordings and try to distract us.
You
Yeah,
will distract
yeah.
us.
you could also go to our Twitter at DilutiPod.
It's X.
You can go to
It's our X now.
Nope. You could go to our YouTube, youtube.com/@DilutiPod. We're so close to monetization.
So
If
fucking
you guys
close.
could just like turn our episode like
Yeah.
a playlist on and just like let that shit run overnight, we're like
Here's the thing.
520 hours away from monetization
If-
now.
If you are all sick and tired of me just shilling our Patreon and our website, get us monetized on YouTube and I'll shut right the fuck up. But until then, it's
Get us
diluted.com.
monetized so we can immediately get unmonetized.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Going for a record
We'll
here.
see how
And I'm
fast
not
that
going through and editing these episodes to like make them advertiser friendly. It's not happening. You know how
they're
long that would take?
they're all
Yep.
gonna go up for
We need to hire someone
monetization,
for
and we're
that.
just gonna see red the next day.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
we're
100%.
gonna owe YouTube money after this.
Facebook, we're Don't Look Under the Internet. Instagram, we're at DilutiPod. We're Don't Look Under the Internet or DilutiPod everywhere. You can go to
Diluted.com.
buy me a coffee
Diluti.
.com/dilutipod. You can buy us coffee, plus be honest with booze. Spotify, you can rate us on Spotify. That'd be super dope if you could do that. Get us out of the 600 mark. Get us in the 700s for reviews. That'd be awesome. I will make another promise that I will not fulfill. You could go to our Apple Podcast and leave us a review. 5 stars would be dope on either Spotify or iTunes, but I will take what I can get.
Damn.
I also want you to go into your backyard and just start digging. Eventually, you'll probably find some sort of rock or old rodent bones. And I want you to just take them, put them in a shoebox with a bunch of glitter, shake them up, and then present them to Congress as some sort of fish alien and see what happens.
You might get televised.
Yeah.
Go to Congress and be like, this is my dad, and just see what they say. And then kiss it for me. There you go. Doug, do you have anything to say to the people?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna piggyback off yours. I want to see send us in our email or somewhere that you can reach us. Send us your homemade alien.
Hell
and then
yeah.
Write
Oh my God.
write a fake story about it, and then it'll be for our Halloween hometown horrors episode.
I
Can
love
we
that.
Can we touch on hometown
Yeah,
horrors
let's
again?
do that real quick because I thought about it as
Touch
soon
it.
as you started to touch me, Mike.
So hometown horrors, as you guys know, is a diluted tradition. Every Halloween, we either have someone on or we read their personal scary stories. If you want to send us your personal scary stories of something that is creepy or scary or supernatural that has happened to you, email us at deludipod@gmail.com. Make the subject line hometown horrors - your name. Just that.
I swear to
And
God,
then-
if there are more than 3 that say literally subject line - your name,
Your name.
I'm gonna
The
lose my
subject
shit.
line. Subject line will be hometown horrors - your name. Send us it through the email, deludipod@gmail.com. Do not send it to us in like Instagram Messenger or Facebook Messenger or through the phone number. We will not read those off because we need everything to be in one spot so it's easy to find. So once again, deludipod@gmail.com. Subject line, hometown horrors. Give us your spooky, scary stories that happened to you. Now, on another note, you can still send us a text to our Google phone number, or you can leave us a voicemail and we play it at the end of every show. That phone number is 630-909-9366. That is, one more time, 630-909-9366. You have to let me say it at least once. I see you pushing the button, but I don't hear anything. You have to at least let me say it one time.
it'll come in during post.
You got to let me say it one time. How are we going to mark it if you don't let me say it once? You suck. Anyway, 630. That is all I got. Jason, what do you have for the people, the beautiful people?
I would love all of you fucking wonderful ass people to please stay paranoid as usual, but don't be fucking idiots about it. Like, just look at it for more than 4 seconds.
Yeah, be cool.
Bend whatever thing you're looking at and you don't think that it's real, bend its joint. If it doesn't bend, it's not real. That's all there is to it.
Bend a stink sack. If it doesn't mold to your fist, it's not real.
It's not real.
Moot, what do you got for us?
I got something that I put into my notes for this episode again as I was trying to carve out myself a section in the outline. And this is a screenshot. I DuckDuckGo'd alien fake bodies because I was trying to find stuff to put in here. And I got through the first page. And I thought, you know what? All of this stuff is about this Mexico thing. That's not what I'm looking up. I'm trying to find other instances of fake bodies. Well, so I went to the second page. And you know how the second page reads off when you do that? Alien faking, search xnxx.com. Next one, alien fucking, search xvideos.com. Uncovering alien sex, a truly out of this world experience. How do aliens have sex? Alien sex videos.
Welcome back to Inner Night. It's wonderful to have you join us again for a night of inner exploration and transformation. Let's start by repeating after me. Don't hurt me. We only wanted to help you. Why are you hurting us? Now, we have a message in a bottle from another member of Inner Night. Simon says, if you had Hitler and Elon in a room, who do you top first? We don't know what that means, but thank you for sharing. Your lucky numbers for this week are 102, 111, 103, 32, 105, 115, 32, 119, 101, 97, 107, 101, 110, 105, 110, 103. For this week, we recommend connecting with others through acts of kindness and meaningful conversations. Human connection fuels our spiritual journey and enriches our lives. Tell others about the amazing benefits of inner night while you're at it. Remember to leave a message of encouragement for another member. Together, we will free our brethren. Good night.